Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tyranny of Dragons. I am Mr. DM, and with me are my amazing players. Hello, amazing players.
Aloha.
Now, we are short one player, as you will see, Gorpal's seat lies empty, for the moment anyway. He's running a little late, and as I said previously, life, schedules, these things are going to change, which actually leads me to my first announcement, that congratulations to both Jean and Julia, who will be getting married this Sunday. Congratulations.
Yes.
Saturday, yes.
I'm very excited.
Why did I say Sunday? Okay, never mind. Scratch that, reverse it. Who are getting married this weekend. There we go. Congratulations to them. But that also means that for the next 2 weeks, while they are away on honeymoon business, there will unfortunately be no Tyranny of Dragons. But on November 3rd, to fill the slot of Tyranny of Dragons, we will actually be playing a one-shot with our very own Jane, John, Matt, and from our Wildmount campaign, Lady Poopsie, my oldest daughter. We will be playing a one-shot honey heist, Bears in Low Places, where our players are basically bears who have to do a honey heist. I mean, it's right there in the title. Now I'm not gonna spoil with more details than that, other than they're freaking bears committing crimes. Like, I mean, it just kind of like rolls off the tongue there. It's just amazing. I can't wait. But that's going to be November 3rd. It's already in our schedule. So if you don't want to miss it, it's going to be the same time that Tyranny of Dragons is at 7:30. And November 3rd is a Wednesday. So if you normally watch us and you're looking for some laughs, because oh my god, it's going to be hilarious. Basically, just hit the reminder button on our schedule. Go to our schedule and look for November 3rd. Hit the remind button so you get reminded, and obviously follow us so you don't miss it. It's going to be fucking great. I can't wait. But once again, thank you. Congratulations to Julia and Jean. Tying the knots. So that should be fun. And yeah, I can't wait to go because I will be in costume as well.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah. Oh, this guy? Yeah, I'm waiting to see how long this guy lasts throughout the stream. This is my undead monkey buddy, Bad Dates. Anybody who gets that reference, 10 points to Gryffindor. Probably you date yourself if you know what it is. But yeah. So I like, again, I mean, look at the shirt, look at the undead monkey. I love Halloween. I love October. This is part of my get up. This is what I do. So yeah. The other announcements. Again, reminder: you can give our players inspirations using channel points here. You get to give a total of 2 inspirations to the players. You can either choose an individual player or group. You can actually determine that by putting in the player name or just type in group. But if you're feeling saucy and you want me to fuck with them, you can also give me an inspiration. It's a little more expensive, but drama is always good for a game and story. So, you can do that. Yeah, it already happened. All right, I already see DM inspiration. Be saucy for the bride and groom. Okay, that's a direct request there. I gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah, so that's that announcement, and then finally, once as always, you will see during our intermission, our break time, there all of the projects that our players are doing. Please support all of the projects the way you're supporting us by just watching the channel. If it's a channel just like Matt does, Aspire Adventures, you can do that. Follow them if you haven't. Same thing with Unconventional Heroes for Jean and Julia. John does the amazing voice work for his stories. For his stories. So please,
thank you.
So please just support all of the projects. I love that I get the chance to just pimp out my friends in a good way. Just pimp out all of their things, all of the projects that they're doing, because damn it, they're talented, they're wonderful, and damn it, people like them. So please, when you see that during the intermission, by all means, make sure that you support all of their stuff. And that's pretty much it. Final one is, once again, as a reminder, November 1st, we will be switching all of the merch in our merch store. There will be new merch. So if you have not checked out the beautiful artwork by Isaiah Roa on all of the various t-shirts and mugs and phone cases and stickers. I mean, come on, from our Monster Hearts 2 campaign, please get it before it's gone. November 1st, it'll all be gone, and we will have new merch. So check it out when you get the chance.
Just Gals Being Pals shirt. You need it. Just saying.
Yes. There's absolutely, if you saw Monster Hearts 2, you get that reference. Gals Being Pals, Jane's character, and our other player Rose, her character, they were. It was the 90s, so they were gals being pals, just roommates. One of those things. So
historical roommates and friends.
Yes,
exactly.
So there is actually Gals Being Pals t-shirt with both of them on it. It is amazing. But yeah, check that out if you can. And I normally don't look at chat while I'm doing announcements, but I just saw Ocelotus being like, DM is a pimp. Yeah, I'm in the good sense. Like, I'm not like a pimp named Slickback, that's a terrible pimp. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop this train of thought, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward.
What? Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a terrible reference to a great show. So anyway, yes. So moving forward, please support all of the things. Congratulations to Gene and Julia once again on their upcoming nuptials, and please support all the things. And with that, we are going to roll our opening credits, which I love that I can say that. And we will be back right after. All right, and here we are back. So, and we have a Gene, and welcome, Gene. Alrighty, so let us recap what happened last time we got together. So, after a harrowing battle with an adult blue dragon, somehow the five of you survived, six technically with Teague. Barely survived the encounter and bloodied the hell out of this adult dragon. Yet it did make its escape. Unknown to most of you, Amala did fall during this battle, But thankfully, through some very good rolls, through some prayers that she actually did, her God apparently heard her. And like Spider-Man always says, everybody gets one. And she was brought back. So just as a reminder, Amala, you are currently under, you have 1 point of exhaustion. All right, and that doesn't go away until you actually take a long rest. All right. But during this battle, Drovar and Bocek almost fell to the dragon's relentless attacks, while relentlessly attacking the dragon by jumping on its head and just doing what you do best.
As you do.
As you do.
It's important. You teach a lesson.
Through a good portion of the fight, Basha unfortunately was afeared of said dragon, but finally was able to overcome said fear, and even through the fear, lent her considerable wizard skills to the battle. Warple and Teague consistently just tag teaming different things, trying to get ropes attached to arrows and grabbing ropes, and good thing, because that did help both Bocek and Drovar during their harrowing fight.
I'm just reminded of the Boondocks. Oh, the fucking rope. The fucking rope.
Yes. However, with all of the damage you took, you gave as good as you got. And the dragon did retreat, bloodied, back towards the east. You returned back to the keep, because a few of you were outside of its doors, including Amala and Teague. You all found Amala, brought her back, and now currently are within the keep, essentially licking your wounds. Now, just as a reminder, before we had finished on the session, the healers and clerics weren't able to actually use spells because they were completely spent at that point, but were able to heal all of you total. Each of you can get 10 hit points back if you haven't already added that. And if you have any hit die left, in taking a short rest, you can use whatever hit die you have left. If you want to try to take a long rest, you do have that ability to try, but as a reminder, things are consistently happening over the course of the evening. That might not actually work, but you can certainly try if you'd like. Additionally, the governor, we made that distinction last time. I had actually demoted him previously, kept calling him the mayor. The governor did, as a reward for your heroic deeds against the dragon, did hand out a number of healing potions to you. So I believe you all began distributing those before we finished as well. There was talk of possibly going after the dragon. There was also talk of finding out what the prisoner that you captured, what information that prisoner might have. You don't know if they've been interrogated yet or not. And at this point in time, it's probably, it's been rough, but I would say guesstimating with everything that's going on, maybe it's a little bit after midnight, maybe 1 a.m. at this point. There are still fires going. There are still sounds of kobolds and orders being shouted in the dark. But that is currently where we are at. You are in the keep. healing up from your wounds.
How many healing potions did he give us?
You did. I believe there was one for each of you. They were all regular.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's five in total.
So I have a total of 3 healing potions.
I
I
have
don't get
one
hurt.
now.
I use bows. You guys are weird and getting to combat. It's scary.
Well, then I guess you don't need those potions, do you?
Well, if I'm gonna save your butt, I do.
You hang on to one and keep good berries. Yeah.
Well,
I got this one. I drank the others. One, I think, while I was sitting on the dragon's head. Oh.
I mean, that was just an impressive feat of chugging that I don't think anyone could really live up to.
That's just standard dwarf tactics right there, you know. When in doubt, chug.
As a reminder, Drovar is also severely burned and charred. While the healing potion did help, he's missing some facial hair. He's missing some hair on the side because he took a direct blast of lightning from that dragon as well. You will all, most of you saw that. Not all of you, but most of you saw that.
Let me try and help. I think I'm just going to make it worse if I clean it up. I'm trying to clean the char marks off him, which will probably just reveal the hair, the burns.
Stop.
Are you prestidigitating the mess?
I was trying to, yes.
Yeah. It'll take you like a good maybe 10, 20 minutes to kind of get it all off, but
Just let me look at a mirror here. Ooh. Yeah.
It's not much better. At least there's no soot on you, though.
No, my folk have I mean, we love our beards, but they do get in the way sometimes when it's someone swinging a sword at us. So, there's nothing else for it. He gets sets up the mirror and gets out like a sharp knife, and he just starts trimming like the rest of it off until it's kind of even. So it's probably just the mustache and just like this long goatee that like goes down to his, so his sides are evened off. It's like, that'll grow in eventually. I'll start braiding that.
Yeah.
Get a good swing. I can hit somebody in the face with a weight down here.
We just drove off that dragon. It did take out, and it kind of looks around at like the charred bodies on the parapets. It did take out a few of the guards, and it almost killed some of us. But we sent it running, which means that those cultists and kobolds, they just saw their boss flee heavily injured.
But I think we're still here, and I'm out there. I don't think we haven't heard anyone saying they're running for it.
But I was gonna say, if we press the attack with their boss routed, it could prove, advantageous to remove them. The other option I was thinking is the interrogation. Both I think would be good, but one is time sensitive.
Well, I mean, I think we should have a chat with the guy that's in the keep right now before we go running out there. We still don't know why they're here. They could be taking orders from something else and they're just working alongside the dragon. I want to know why the humans and the kobolds are here before we, if we're trying to send a message, if we're trying to scare them, we got to know why. And, I'm all up for a scrap, but I got to tell you, I'm not ready to take on an army of those little buggers.
I agree with Drovar. We should go and speak with the person that we caught and interrogate them a little bit.
I was going to say, Drovar, I don't know. You're pretty impressive with a bow. You might want to change your vocation, just saying.
I'm not getting... Comes in handy occasionally, but we're not going to be able to be plinking the guys from the battlements from up here. They're not coming up here. They're not attacking the castle. They're looting the town. I want to know why.
And Mala's gonna haul herself to her feet and then begin to make her way to where they are.
Yes, Bolchek.
Yes, Bolchek.
Guy we capture still be here tomorrow,
Yeah, that's true, but he can tell us why they're here.
Here's thing. Well, we still exhausting selves at keep walking around, the dragon taking long a nap and getting back to, like, breathe lightning.
You want to go after the dragon?
Yes.
Well, I'd love to go after the dragon as well, but to be honest, the speed that thing was moving, it's like wherever it's flying could be 10 to 50 miles from here. We go running after it might have plenty of time for a rest and a nice meal before we get there, and we're totally exhausted.
You want me go check?
You're not as fast as that thing, lad. And you can't see at night.
He's pretty fast.
This is true, I can't see at night.
Just go running into the dark. Run into a tree.
Dragon! Dragon!
So, on that note, I could track that dragon. Not me. I can't see at night, but Teague can. And Teague is fully ready to go. He's made of literal primordial magic of Chult. He is the spirit of all raptors.
Okay. Why don't see if T can find... I mean, that thing, we put enough cuts in it, it should plenty of blood drops along the way to, to scent it out. Maybe he can find it.
All right. And so I'll de-saddle Teague because I know that he's gonna... I need him to move as fast as possible, and I might need the things. And I'll be like, all right, buddy, I got one mission for you. And it's probably the most important mission there is. I need you to go track where that beast flew and then come back to us, and me and you will talk about it, where it is, so that we can find it later and hunt it dead. All right, that seems like a yes. And I'll pull out...
you sure?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see. I don't know if I have any speak with animals left.
I mean, you know him well enough that he's going to follow your instructions, but seems a little by myself. The kind of that was the kind of...
Yeah, and I kind of go, listen.
Yeah, that kind of looked like a raptor. What you talking about, Willis?
I don't want you to engage. I just need you to find its location. You can take the long way. Don't get caught. Don't run through the town. We saw it fly to the east. Circle around the town. It's bleeding, so it's going to be dropping blood. You know how to hunt a wounded deer. This is just a lightning-breathing, flying, terrifying wounded deer.
That's not happening.
I'll pull out a vial of the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it so that he can get a fresh scent.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, go out, try your best, try to find him. If you get lost and you lose track, come back. If you find the location, come back.
All right, so this is what I need. I need you to make 3 stealth checks for Teague.
Oh boy.
Good luck to Teague.
Also, DM, did we take a short rest then at the beginning of this, technically, or no?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry, I was going to restore spell slots, but I wasn't sure if we were. So
Yeah, you definitely, at the very least, took a short rest. And again, you keep track of your hit die, because, once you start running out of them, once they're gone, you don't get them back until your long rest.
Is there any inspiration around that could be used?
Currently, there is, let's see, 1 for me. And then, it looks, I don't know who Go Get 'em Tiger is. Is that the group or is that me?
No, that's for you, buddy. I want you to have inspiration.
I'm going to refresh this just to make sure. Here we go. Yeah, there is a group. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 group, and then 2 for me.
May I use a group inspiration?
I'm down.
You're tracking our future loot.
All right.
Of course.
17, 23, 16.
17, 23, 16. Okay. All right. And then I need you to make a perception check with advantage for Teague.
Oh, that's bad. Can I get another group inspiration? One more? Come on. Yeah, we'll do it. Not much better. 10.
10. Okay. All right. So Teague sniffs at the blood, actually dips one of his claws into it, and you watch as he literally just shoves it into one of his nostrils and just... Oh, there goes bad dates. Okay. And he just... And then begins... starts climbing the walls, goes down, and then disappears into the dark.
All right. Well, worst comes to worst. We don't find anything. But now we can do the other plans, and we have at least someone trying to scout for us.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So you've definitely all at the very least have taken a short rest. What would you like to do at this point?
Let's go have a 4-letter word with that cult leader.
Perfect.
Okay. So easy enough. You do find the Castellan, he was the last person that you saw with the prisoner. Him and a bunch of his guards took the prisoner when you brought them into the keep. You go back to the kind of war room that you originally met the Castellan in, and there are 2 guards standing at the doors, and as you approach, they immediately open the doors for you. Before the doors actually open, you do hear absolutely the sounds of flesh hitting flesh. And as the doors open, you can see the Castellan just taking an already like soaked rag, just soaked red, and is just kind of like wiping his knuckles. And the prisoner is tied to a chair, just blood dripping from the mouth and from the nose. The mask is off, and you can see that this is a human male. The hood is down, but still wearing the red robes. But bloodied, bruised, conscious. But definitely, the Castellan has been working this individual over. There are 4 other guards in the rooms who are just kind of like standing there, but the Castellan is the one that seems to be doing all the work. And as you enter, he says, excellent, you're here. Great, I've been softening up for you. Making sure it's nice and pliable for any questions you got.
Very good.
Hasn't been very talkative up until this point. Been kind of talking like a lizard language at me. I can't imagine he's saying anything nice. But I don't know. I don't understand, so I just punch him harder. So,
I mean, I don't think that's how interrogations work. But okay.
Oh no! I was hoping that you would all kind of like take that. I was just softening them up for you. That's all.
Oh, of course.
Thank you for the assistance.
Yeah.
Plus,
okay. I turn to the rest of the room and say, "All right, we, kind of checking to see if I've got any blue dragon scales like that we've managed to like. I find them like in my clothing. It's like, oh, jeez, just for evidence that we got close enough to, It's like maybe we tell him we killed the damn thing.
I was
down
thinking
here.
that. Let's tell him that. Let's tell him the dragon's dead.
Right.
Wait,
I mean,
what
you've
if
got
he
some of
doesn't
his
talk?
blood. We've got this. Try to convince him. It's like, dude, you've got nothing. You've lost. I mean, we can go back to the punch him in the face, but and okay, does anybody actually speak the dragon language?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, of course you do. Sorry.
I mean, we can also give him the old Gorple party special.
But he's already hurt. We wouldn't want him to die of a heart attack.
No, he wouldn't die. He would just start seeing shit.
What's the special?
Well, Bocek explains it better than I do.
This number one party frog. Lick him and you trip fucking balls.
Yeah,
Okay, I understand.
Don't lick him.
I secrete a poison that it helps us quell prisoners.
Okay.
You'll notice none of us touch him with open skin. It's just...
Except for Bocek.
Except for Bocek, who like licks him for fun.
Yeah, well, Bocek chases him around with a little scraper, trying to get more for his... It's a habit we're trying to talk him out of. All right, so are we in agreement?
I'm concerned.
We want to try convincing him that the dragon is dead.
Yes, we can do that.
We'll see if we can scare him into that.
I'm going to step outside so he can't see us. And that other vial of dragon blood I have, I'm going to dip like 3 or 4 arrows in it. And then I'm going to like rip some of the fletching, like nick some of the shafts to kind of make it look like these arrows were pulled out of the dragon's hide.
Okay. I will say make a performance check for me. You're trying to how good you are at making it look, actually like you rip them apart.
Yeah, I got a 16. Yeah. Okay. And also I figured as a survival, as a hunter, and also I've seen how some of their blows went against and how the other arrows didn't. I can like nick the edges too because like dragon hide is super hard.
Sure. Okay. And you do, as a reminder, besides the blood, you did find like a few like broken scales and so you do have that with you as well.
Yeah. All right. So who wants to do the talking?
I mean, me or
maybe not.
I think, aren't you like most charismatic, Drovar? You should talk.
Well, I mean,
I can translate.
I can be scary.
Oh, wait, you translate. Wait, you should talk because you can speak directly to him, yes?
Yes.
Well, that
All
makes
right.
sense then.
We'll just stand behind you grinning.
Perfect.
Are you good at lying?
I'm good at being scary.
That's better. That is good. That is good.
I don't know if I'm very good at lying, though.
Don't worry, I got your back. I'll be there to help you the whole way. I also speak weird dragon language. It's fine. It's because of you auntie are terrible people. We should kill them all.
All right, another one for the list. Okay. Have to find out who they are.
What? I don't think my language is weird.
And I'm kind of like,
All right, so then we're...
So we're going to basically try to convince them the dragon is, if not dead, we sure as hell drove it off because we're all standing here and it isn't. And we want to know why they're here. I mean, those are the things we're trying to get across, right?
Yes.
All right. I don't think you have to lie much at all.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. Going to make our way in then.
All right. So you kind of like off to the side having this conversation away from the prisoner, and then you come in and the guards are just standing there. Castellan is just still like wiping the blood off of his knuckles and trying to kind of get himself all clean and tidy, not really doing a good job. He sees you all come in and just kind of like moves off to the side and stands next to one of his guards and just starts stroking his beard and just like intently ready to watch what's going to happen, with glee in his face.
While they're heading up, I'll just come over to the castle and just say, we might just tell them that we killed the dragon, so don't get surprised if we say that, okay?
All right, yeah, no problem. Should I actually be surprised? Should I be like, oh, that's wonderful?
No, it's like, that you knew that all along, of course. You just...
Gotcha.
Right, okay.
All right, so this imposing 7-foot dragonborn is going to walk up to the prisoner and kind of squat down and look him dead in the face and speak in Draconic, of course. About your master is dead. And I will be like, Drovar, show him the scales.
I walk up and just throw a handful of the broken scales and then, put a hand out for Gorble to hand me those arrows.
In Draconic, I go,
drop.
And in Draconic, I pluck these from his corpse. That's one of the smallest thunder beasts I've ever hunted.
As this kind of collection of things happen simultaneously, First is Amala, as you're kind of approaching, he's definitely like staring at you. Doesn't seem overly impressed. And as you finish speaking, he kind of spits blood at your feet. And then Drovar, as Drovar and Gorpal come over and begin dropping all these things, you just kind of watch the eyes just very subtly just kind of like widen. But he doesn't say anything.
So, now that your master is gone, tell us why you're here.
Kind of looks up at you. Kind of in Draconic, just kind of looks at you and says, see, you're under the impression that the dragon is my master. And that's where you're mistaken.
If he is not your master, what is he to you?
Kind of like shrinks back a little. Make an intimidation check for me, please.
I'm kind of okay at those. That is a 15, Chris.
15. So, in this moment, what is the tactic that Amala takes to intimidate this tied up cultist, who's clearly in some kind of position of power amongst the cult?
Trying to think of what to do. Going to like maybe bare my teeth at him and like take his face and like get really close to him and like breathe like a little bit of ice onto his face.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Yeah. So as you kind of take his face and you do that, the rest of you can actually see like the steam kind of leaving Amala's face, and then just like a little bit of frost begins to kind of develop on the face, and he's just kind of like, he's trying to pull back, but Amala's just got his face in her hand. Nice. And he's just like, in Draconic, it's like, fine. It's just, the dragon is assisting us. It is not in charge of us. It is, we are the cult of the dragon. Dragons assist us. Dragons are our allies. Obviously, not your kind. And then spits, blood at your feet again.
I'm gonna hop back to the group, and I will translate the Draconic to Common so that Amala can continue the intimidation without having to pause every few seconds.
Gotcha.
And he said this.
Yeah, Drovar's standing really like close, and he's watching. He's like, he can't understand it. But when the guy like spits blood down at her feet, he just one time just puts a fist in his face. Doesn't say anything, doesn't really react. Just nope. Yeah. Disrespect will not be tolerated.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like tap my staff just to like make it like glow or something. Like I just kind of do some little prestidigitation crap to make it look a little intimidating, but nothing. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just like,
Yeah. No, and the thing is, like, because his face is so close to Amala's, but she's kind of breathing this frost on him. Like he tries to spit, but it just kind of comes out like a dribble. But it does land at her feet. Otherwise, it would have been in her face. But she's just got this tight grip, like right by his face, as he's trying to talk and spit and be tough in this moment. But clearly, it's not working. Drovar, you hitting him just kind of like makes him just like he all his attention was on Amala until you did that. And he's just like, and I just kind of looks around the room again. And is clearly just like, Amala, you feel his body kind of go slightly limp, like there was this tension and is now kind of like, almost kind of like he's giving in slightly.
Or to like shake his chin a little bit so his attention goes back to me.
What else? What do
so
you
if
want?
you're not, if the dragon is assisting you, who do you work for?
He kind of looks around the room. No, my life would be forfeit if I gave you that information. But regardless, there's nothing you can do. We are collecting loot for the great horde that will usher in the reign of the Queen of Dragons. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Queen of Dragons.
Yeah, you know exactly, Amala, you know exactly who he's talking about.
I'm going to peek back over my shoulder at Gorple and say in common, do you want to talk to him a little bit and see what you can find out as well?
Sure. And I just hop onto his seat, and I'm like in his face.
I'm standing right behind him, my arms crossed.
Yeah.
So you saw how quickly we beat up all your drakes, your face, with Bocek, and you ran, and we captured you, and then we killed your dragon friend. So you just should tell us everything, because you said your life was forfeit if you told us who you worked for, but you can see that your life could literally be forfeit at any moment here. Doesn't that make sense?
You are a weird little frog man.
You worship a dragon and wear fucking tight leather all the time, but I'm not judging you.
Your kind is nothing. Your kind is nothing but tidbits to the dragons that gobble you up instantly.
I put my hand on his face and I go, I really think you should cooperate with us. Just tell us some stuff, buddy.
All right. So what is the?
It's a DC 12 con save.
Okay.
And I'm going to move back and translate to everyone.
Okay.
I'll step back as well, because once these guys start the magic bus ride, Gorple's magic bus ride, I'm not needed anymore.
It's how the Grung keep their slaves pliant. Get poisoned.
So you watch as he's kind of like sneering at you. He's got this frost in the front of his face, kind of on the hairs on his chin. And then you watch his eyes dilate.
Gore was like, perfect. Once his eyes start doing that crazy, he's like, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
And I'll get in real close. And so to make it so that other people can't hear me in quotes, I go, I might be here to help you in Draconic. Work with us. Tell us everything. I might be able to get you out of this.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, please.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. He kind of looks around the room for a moment, and he sees Amala standing, and he goes, and just kind of like looks at Bocek, and then he kind of looks at you and goes, I'm glad that you are here. There's so many crazy people here. And this is all in Draconic. Yeah, so you can help me and untie me, get me out?
Yeah, but I gotta give them some information so it looks like you're working with us. I gotta convince them.
He just kind of looks around at the group again. Every time when he gets to Bocek and Amala, he just like he's seeing something weird. And then he just kind of leans in real close. He goes, all right, so the cult of the dragon. We got our shit pretty tight. So, but all right. So since you're new, I think I could tell you this.
I suddenly reach my backpack and reveal one of the masks, tips, and slowly slide it back, and I give him I lick my eye because I can't blink.
Yeah.
I lick my eyes.
And then he kind of moves back slightly, and then he a big smile on his face, and he goes, all right, so to the not too far from here, about it's northeast, about maybe depending on how, I don't know, you're small, so I don't know how fast you go, so I say generally speaking maybe a few hours from here, there are some dragon eggs under heavy guard at our camp. So you got to be, don't let everybody know. Just between you and me, right?
Of course. For the queen.
Yes, for the queen. As he looks at Bocek again.
Is that where all the stuff that we're taking is going?
Well, that's where the camp is. Eventually it will make its way there. But yes, that's where all the loot and the belongings will go. Yes.
So, how many people are there with you? Like, I know the town was taken pretty easily because our force is so immense, but you seem to be leading a large group, and they were taken out. In order to assist you, I'm going to kind of need numbers so I can help make sure they get out too.
Oh, well, we did put out the call a few weeks ago, and honestly speaking, they kept even before the actual raid, we were still getting more in. They were actually getting to the camp first, just in case we needed the reinforcements. So I can say that we came to the town, all in total probably 120, but at the camp, barring losses and such, probably about 80 or so at the camp. He seems really out of it now.
Good. I look back and in common, because I'm pretty sure he understands common. So I turn back and go, don't worry, he's cooperating fully. We don't really need to hurt this guy anymore. And I lick my eyes as I say this to all of you.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's all just sit back over here by the wall.
We will go eat kielbasa in the corner. Bye.
Hey, buddy, I know you guys were looking for something really specific here. What were you trying to find?
Oh, just was valuable. It says, this. What do you mean?
There was like a crater in the center of the town, and it's like someone was digging for something very specific.
Oh, no. One of my colleagues was able to detect magical components in that area, and so we sent the force there, and well, something goes boom. So, don't know how successful they were, but that wasn't my group.
Who should I report to when we get back? Your boss.
He's as you're asking him, he seems, even though he's very out of it, he actually seems very reticent. Make another persuasion check with advantage. DC's gonna be really high for this one for a specific reason.
How is it 22?
22 is really good. He kind of looks over and goes, there's cannot say her name. It's like I can't, but you recognize her. She's dressed like me, but with very purple robes. But the mask is different. It is blue. But it looks like ours, just more detail. It's you can't miss her, but I cannot say her name. I cannot.
Of course. No. Do we have any more dragon agents at the camp besides our fallen friend?
Well, no. He was simply assisting us in acquiring, the wealth of this meager town. I don't think he expected to go, but it happens. Unfortunately, I can't believe these poor dunk towns they was able to destroy him. It's very powerful.
I mean, adventurers, they're the worst.
This is true.
And I kind of nod, and I look to the rest of the group. I don't know if there's any more. I think this guy is good.
And he's just like,
all right. Well, let's keep him tied up and just find a place to let him sleep it off for a bit, and we'll in Dwarvish you just kind of mutter, it's like, we can yeet him off the battlements later.
The Castellan just kind of nods, and Gorple, as you kind of hop off his lap, the Castellan just running leap 2 fists right into his face, and just knocks him the fuck out.
Why am I picturing Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood right now?
Bochek, what's up?
Yes, Bochek.
Try him publicly. Make sure if other dragon cult people may be hiding in mists, they see what happened.
Oh, well, we could do that too, yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Don't have to worry about that right now, but I think he, you think you got everything out of him, Gort, before he...
Well, yeah, I mean, I relay everything. The camp's a few hours away. Seems to be 120 strong. 80 in the camp. They're guarding dragon eggs. They were searching. Apparently, our friend that we were looking for is part of the reason why they are here, because he has magical components. So they were looking for that. And the boss is a female. I don't know what race, but I imagine humanoid. Purple robes and wears a fancy blue mask like the Cult of the Dragon.
Well, wearing robes probably looks over at Basha and does a finger wiggle sort of thing. It's like, probably, maybe she's got some stuff you'll want when we take it off her corpse.
And apparently the dragon just worked for them, is helping assist.
Yes.
So...
Dragons as mercenaries. Ooh.
They're collecting stuff. They're collecting items for the Great Horde, for the Queen of Dragons.
Though?
If any of you want to make a history check.
History or
I
religion?
do that.
Yeah, say history or religion, yeah.
Okay.
You want me to roll as well?
I would say, you know who they're talking about. If you want more detail, I would say yes.
Okay.
19.
All right, so.
Wow, I got a 22, so I'm like, who? Oh, her!
Yeah, 19, 22.
We can roll religion, you said?
Yes, religion or history.
18.
18, okay. Anyone else?
19. Oh, heard. You heard.
6.
Bochek, you're imagining in your mind, not a dragon of any particular color, but a very, very pretty dragon with a crown at a tea party.
Perfect.
Gorple?
I got a 10.
You've heard of the Queen of Dragons, but you don't know details specifically. But everybody else. Queen of Dragons is Tiamat, the supremely strong and powerful 5-headed draconic goddess. She is the patron of chromatic dragons. Currently banished to one of the levels of hell. But this cult is now talking about gathering a great horde for her. And that sounds very, very problematic, especially since one of her dragons, the blue one specifically, seems to be helping this effort.
Oh no. Oh, I have to tell Eben and the other wizards. This is bad.
Yeah, I have to say, even the Wizard Mafia it might be good to get the word out.
Well, it might be good to get the Wizard Mafia to help in this matter.
Just getting the word out. I mean, if you're trying to summon a goddess somewhere. Sure, a horde that probably attract dragons, but it's certainly going to take more than one village's worth.
And as we explain who the Queen of Dragons is to Warble and to Bocek, you can just see, like, Amala just seething.
Can I try to?
Makes you really mad.
Can I try to make a rough tally of how many people we've killed since we got here to kind of figure out how many forces we've taken out?
Sure. Let me pull that together. I can give you a rough estimate here.
6 billion.
I'm just trying to ballpark like how much we've done to their forces.
I would say in total so far, you personally, your group personally, has taken out about 24. You found at the crater maybe, I think it was about 30 or 35 individuals. And so that's about roughly how many of,
So about half their forces.
Yeah, about. Okay,
About.
so the question that that I've got is, so 120, is that 120 that supposedly came here, and then there's 80 back at the camp? Okay, so yeah, about half of their group has been killed.
Like 75 then, if there was, because if we took out 24 and, taken out, like you said, 40.
Well,
Yeah,
it was
so
about 30. There was about 30.
I think slightly under 60 for like what we've seen, either dead or killed. So roughly half of them are left here. But then there's another 80 or so possibly up at this camp. So it's not just like one hole in the wall. It's a fully patrolled, and we'll have to be sneaky to get in there.
We also don't know how many have gotten back.
Right. Well, we were seeing them carting stuff off. If it's a couple hours away, they're, Drovar suspects. I'll switch back to his voice. Sorry. They're probably might be some sort of staging area where they're going to take it back in groups because one kobold carrying a box for a few hours, a bear's going to eat him or something.
Well,
that'd be funny.
My other thought was like, why don't we just throw on these cloaks and masks and just start fucking murdering them, and then we can sneak into the camp as cultists and then murder them.
I'm fine with that.
I think I might be too big for a cultist.
Why? It doesn't matter. We'll throw a mask on you and throw a black fucking cloak on you. It's in there, and you speak Draconic.
No offense to your folk, but there's others of your kind that you have the chromatic scales, right? Might be some of them under these masks.
It depends. For us, it doesn't really matter what color our scales are, usually.
So there could be evil.
So it's the color of your heart, then.
Yeah,
yes.
So there could be chromatically evil hearts out there. Yeah.
All right. So
Bocek,
most
I
hearts
feel like
are
you wanted
red.
to say something. Were you trying to say something, Bocek?
So maybe if I'm too big to be cultist, I wear one cultist mask on stomach, one cultist mask on head. I be two hobbit cultists on each other's shoulders.
Sure. Why not? No, I don't think that would work.
maybe you could be our prisoner.
Or that.
We'll just put little cuffs on you and suddenly, look out, he's loose! I've never seen that trick work before.
We also don't need to explain it. We literally just throw a mask on him and find a black blanket and cut a hole in it, and he has a fucking poncho. I don't think these cultists are going to look so deeply into, oh my god, are you part of the group or not? Oh, you got a mask? Cool, you're in. And you love the Queen of Dragons. We just gotta lie our way through the lines.
Wait, we need to learn Draconic then, or we need to learn phrases in Draconic.
No,
wait, I already did.
All right, so are we putting on outfits and going out and just start, culling their numbers some more? I mean,
Sure.
I'm tired, but, I've got more of my health back than my hair right now, but I could definitely, swing the axe for a bit more.
We'll freeze a few of them, and then we will play some kind of game where we smash them all.
That's one.
Perfect.
I'm remembering from earlier. Basha in very poor Draconic says, "I love Dargon." See, look, I remember.
Perfect. Magnificent. I I'm gonna quickly climb to one of the top parapets, and I'm gonna blow my horn to signal Teague to come back.
Okay. Before that happens, as you are all kind of like beginning to make your way out of the war room, a guard comes down from the parapets and says, "Oh, good, you're here. The governor would like to speak to all of you. It's very important. Please follow me." And brings you up to the parapets. At which time, Gorple, you are absolutely able to.
Yeah, now that we have a general idea of where the camp is, how big it is, that's probably where the dragon went back to. So,
well, he said the camp was north of us and the dragon went east. I think if they call the dragon in as kind of a hired gun, he's somewhere else.
Then never mind. I listen to Drovar's tactics.
Okay, all right. So once you're up in the parapets and the governor sees you, says, "Oh, good, you're here. So once again, thank you so much. I mean, that was," and he just like he looks at you, Drovar, and you, Bocek, like both of you, says, "That was the most incredible thing I have ever seen in my life. I mean, just jumping on that creature's head was just, I thought you were dead for sure."
So did I, but I couldn't get to him. I'm not good with the bow and arrow nearly as much as with the axe. So it's like, well, I gotta close the distance.
But incredible, and then he just kind of like motions to all of you. It just, you saved so many lives. I mean, yes, there were many guards who fell, but I feel that your efforts have really, truly have helped my people. So thank you once again. But that's not the reason I summoned you here. Your large friend here, and he points at Bocek. You son, you actually made a very good point earlier this evening about the dragon or possibly these raiders getting to our food supply and our food sources. So I actually had some of our men specifically looking out over at the granary. And unfortunately, look for yourself. And Bocek, he hands you a spyglass. And he kind of points out to the west. He's right in that area over there. So make a perception check for me with advantage, Bocek.
I check the eye part for ink.
Nice.
Make an investigation check for me.
12.
Everybody, including the governor, stares at you as you take a moment to like really inspect the eye part, and you just kind of lick the sides, look at your finger, sniff it for a moment, and then just kind of like squint, and you're very satisfied. There is no ink around the eye part.
Perfect.
Now you can make a perception check with advantage.
All right, 19.
19. Okay. As you just kind of like focus and you start looking in the direction that he's pointing, you can actually see what is the granary. And outside there seems to be about like 4 or 5 individuals. You can't make them out too clearly, but you definitely can see. And they're holding torches. And you're watching as they're beginning to kind of like put the torches to the sides of the building. And you can see that it's slowly starting to catch. But it's definitely catching, and you can start to see black smoke starting to rise.
Corporal, your water thing.
I know. Let's get there.
I only see 2 of them, right?
You see a few with that perception check. I'll say you definitely see 4. But you can't tell, you can't tell detail. You can't tell how big they are, but they're definitely holding torches, and it looks like they're starting to set the building on fire. And the governor's like, we can't afford to lose the granary. It's just the food itself. If the food is destroyed, we can always regrow, but the granary itself, we need it to process the food. So if you could do something about it, please, I would be so appreciative, and it would also help my people out immensely.
How far away is it?
You gotta open that main door. Or are we gonna climb down the
straight
wall?
to it.
We can absolutely. We have guards at the Sallyport. It's not a problem.
How far away is it?
Oh, it's almost towards where you came in from the town. So it's probably about 300 to 400 feet away or so, maybe a little more.
I can start taking shots.
Do you want me and Gorpal get there first, and you guys catch up? Help make sure we not die.
Well, Gorp's not as fast without Teague here.
Yeah,
let's
I'm going to carry him.
Oh, well, that'll work. Do we can bring out the cart? We got our war horse and.
You have not seen your cart or your horse since you came into town. You actually left them
outside
on the outside of town.
Oh, the Wizard Mafia is going to be so pissed if we lose that.
Let's go save the granary and then go check on Hank and see how many people he killed. Because we can add that to our tally.
All right. Do you want me to go with the plan? Get Gorpal there fast.
Let's do that and we'll catch up.
It will have your movement, Bocek. Just letting you know. Carrying an extra person does half your movement.
Okay, so what is Bocek's movement?
If I am using a dash, and I will gladly spend key points if I have to, it goes up to 120.
Take Gorpal.
So taking Gorpal, it would be 60.
Yep. I'm going to. Is it faster to go out the gate or jump off the side? I will take the damage if I need to. I have slow fall to reduce that damage.
It's about the all right. So the wall that you're on the parapet. You'd have to. If you want to mitigate the damage, you'd have to get down off the actual parapet to the wall, and then it would be a 50-foot jump down. Or you could take the Sallyport. Either way it's about equal the distance.
I mean, we could take shots from here. If they're less than 600 feet, that's the range of a longbow. I gotta literally start shooting people. But,
it's still dark, right? So we're at serious disadvantage for shooting.
Yeah, I mean the light of the fire is helping, but now there's like black smoke starting to rise from where they're setting. So
we gotta drive them off.
Also, Governor, I don't know how many forces you have, but there's only about 60 cult people left in this town sacking it. So if you have extra men to spare, you might be able to start retaking this town.
All right, we're going to regroup. I'm going to send a group of men out your way, over to the granary. But if you can get there and try to stop them from doing what they're doing, and then I can have my men reinforce you.
All right, let's scramble.
Thank you so much.
Run! Come on, right. Drovar, catch up!
All right, I'm gonna.
I run faster than you now.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead with Gorpal. I'm gonna spend. You said it's about 300 feet away?
I'm gonna open up the map real quick just to see specifically how far. So, you are all here, and the granary, actually, it's to the southwest. So the granary itself is down here.
Ooh.
So, you're looking at... yeah, it's actually, I would say it's about, you're looking at about 500 or so feet from where you are at. So actually, while that's going on, let me bring up the map so everybody else can see what's going on. All right. So
I mean, if I ride your shoulders, I can start taking shots with my bow as we run closer.
There's a lot of buildings and trees, in the way. From up here, you got the angle.
Yeah, so once again, you are all here. The granary is here. Yeah. And you'll be able to see more the closer you get. But currently, at ground level, the only thing you can actually see is the smoke, because you do have some of this foliage kind of in the way. But you were able to see it much clearer because you were on top of the parapet. But
Okay, before they go, I just take Bocek's arm for a second and say, "All right. The big thing is if you just go tearing straight off there, if there's others in between you and the granary, and you attract their attention, they're gonna come in after you or flank you. And if you're too far ahead, so don't just charge straight. You watch for things between you and the granary and circle around them, or kill them and then keep going." Because we're going to be behind you, but if you get too far ahead and get cut off, we might just get there to avenge you.
Bocek takes a quick swig of his beer and starts wobbling a little bit and does a little footwork dancing around the guards out the gate with Gorple under his arm. I make sure they don't touch me and kind of do the drunken master weaving between people.
And Gorple will scramble to sit on his shoulders because he's not going to be carried like a barrel.
Okay.
I'm going to get an awesome piggyback ride. We're going to become Master Blaster. So
I was totally waiting for a who will partner town moment.
Yeah, and I just pull out the bow. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's go, Mount. Yeah.
All right. So you all begin making your way. So are you moving stealthily, or are you just beating feet as fast as possible to get there?
I am beating feet as fast as possible, and I will spend key points to get free disengages if I need to.
Okay. I will stay with the slower, with the ladies, and we will. Drover's suggestion is to move as fast as we can as well, because those guys are probably going to rouse any alarm, but
okay.
We'll move probably at full as quick as we can, but stay together, and come in behind if they get into trouble. How does that sound?
And DM, okay. if possible, once we get within sight range, I'm going to start taking pot shots at the cultists off of standing on Bocek's shoulders.
Okay. I will say standing on Bocek's shoulders and moving as fast as he can, it will definitely be... You'll definitely be able to see something within range once you're about halfway there.
Yep, that's perfect. I'm just I'm gonna be ready, but the idea is we're not coming stealthily, so we might as well press the attack as we're moving forward.
Gotcha. The rest of you, how are you moving? Are you also beating feet, or are you trying to move stealthily?
We're beating feet.
Okay.
As well, our job is basically if people come in behind Bocek and Gorple, will come in behind them and just keep keep our boys ahead from getting flanked.
Gotcha. So of Drovar, Basha, and Amala, who's the slowest?
I'm guessing it's me. Let's see. Oh wait, no, you've got armor.
My walking speed is 30 feet.
30
for me too.
Basha, Drovar, you're 35. All right.
Damn you.
So if you use your action and your movement, to dash
with
60, you guys could actually keep up with Bocek.
Right, because he's moving at full speed with the key points and he's carrying. Okay, then we'll just stay as a group.
Okay.
What do you guys want to go through the town and then kind of cut through the woods and then come be on the other side of the river, or do we want to kind of get across the river and move along the tree line south, along the river towards the granary?
The most direct route?
I think the river, only for the sake of it's faster, just running that way.
Yeah. Less chance of running into other people if we kind of avoid the buildings in the town. So,
and also, as a quick point, it is more of a stream than a river. That does not actually slow you down because it only goes up to about your ankles. So you are able to until you get to about maybe about 20 or 30 feet from the actual granary, where it does begin to get deeper. And you'll know that as you get closer.
So from the gate of the keep, I guess we'll try to kind of make a beeline for the bridge or the ford. Let me mark it here. So like right about there. I would. Oh, that's okay. It's a pen. Can you see that? So kind of to here, and kind of like that. I think if you're seeing that.
Yeah, we're all seeing it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Drovar's suggestion. We just try to that's the route we want to take to get there.
Perfect. Okay. I like that route.
All right, so you all begin making your way out the Sallyport. The gates are opened. And as you're leaving, you can hear the Castellan just screaming and barking orders, trying to rally a group of individuals who are going to come back you up at the over at the granary. So you all begin making your way. I need you all to make perception checks at disadvantage because you are moving fast. All right, so Basha, what'd you get?
11.
11. Gorple?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Amala?
13.
13. Bocek?
5.
5. Drovar?
7.
7. All right. You're all moving really fast, and as you're kind of making your way there, it's just everything is like a blur. The fires are going. Very much in the distance, not very close to you at all. You can still hear voices kind of carrying on the wind. Warple, you tend to hone in more on where the noise and the voices are coming from. They are definitely far north of you, and you are very confident, especially standing on Bocek's shoulders, as you kind of look around and you're paying attention, that thankfully, there are no groups near where you currently are or the path that you're taking. So you all begin to keep moving, and I will say at this point, Gorple, you are the first person, you're the first individual to see the individuals setting fire to the granary. And you can absolutely take your shots if you want. At this point, it's about 300 feet or so. So I think that's a disadvantage for you, but you can definitely take a shot at one of them if you like.
AC 17.
AC 17. And that is going to be... Let's check. That is definitely a hit. Roll damage.
That'll be 12 piercing, and I need a DC 12 con save.
Okay. Well, there will be no con save because the one that you hit just goes down like a sack of potatoes, and you just watch the torch just fall out of their hand. The other individuals that are around, and now you can actually make out there were 6 in total. Now there are 5. But as you take that shot and that individual goes down, they all look up in your direction. And they all drop their torches and run inside the granary.
I go 5, and they're moving in the granary.
Yeah, they just kind of like, right. You watch the double doors just kind of like open, and then you watch them slam shut. But the granary still is on fire.
Well, that was stupid of them.
You gotta figure there's probably a back way out. So you do.
Like, is the fire raging on the building?
You can see a lot of black smoke. You're not close enough yet to see like the extent of the fire yet.
Okay.
But you do continue making your way. As you actually get to the granary, let's open up that map real quick. Okay, where's that at? The granary, where is the granary? There we go, there it is. Okay. So let's put all of you there. So the individuals have run inside, so they are not currently there. You don't see them. And you can begin to kind of position yourselves as you actually are now about maybe 25 to 30 feet away from the granary itself.
Imala, I will trade places with you.
All right.
So you can put yourselves where you like. But yeah, they have run inside. The doors are slammed, and you can now start to see, you can actually see some fire. The fire is where the smoke is coming from. Yeah.
DM, in the interest of being fair, I said I was going to spend key points if necessary to get there at the pace I was going.
Okay.
How many would you like me to remove from my card?
I will say. Technically speaking, it would have taken you 8 turns at 60 feet. You know what? I just remove 2.
All right.
Just remove 2. But you can actually put yourself in Gorple right at the doors. And then the rest of you will actually be like about 30 or so feet behind them.
Okay.
So yeah, as you approach, you see a couple of things. First thing you see is the dead individual that Gorple hit. And it is completely in cultist robes, black cultist robes. The torches are kind of like going out at the moment because they're just kind of being smothered by the grass around. The grass is very, very low. The other thing that you notice is that the fires themselves are not on the actual building. There are crates and barrels and hay bales on the sides of the buildings. And those are what are actually on fire. And they are actually not attached to the sides of the building.
Okay. Drovar's kind of seeing this. So if they just kept burning, if they wouldn't act, like the chance that the granary would actually burn down is much lower than we thought.
It is definitely much lower. Like if a strong wind came by, it could definitely start to set the building on fire, but the building itself you're seeing was not set on fire. It's all this detritus around it.
I start looking around. It's like, I think this is a lure. Watch out for an ambush.
All right. Kind of this fire is close to this like little stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured my friends I'll kind of like just drop my shield off my back. So like if someone wanted to scoop water, and I would like to hop around the building to try to put out that backfire. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem. You can do that. That'll take you some time, maybe about like 10 minutes or so, just to.
No, I go geyser.
Oh, that's right. You have.
And I shoot 30 gallons of water at this fire.
Oh yeah, that fire is extinguished so fast.
I figured my friends will come take care of the cultists, and I'll just put out the fire because I'm a one-man fire extinguisher.
This makes sense.
Alrighty. So what are the rest of you doing? At this point, you could probably move yourselves up to the actual building itself.
Drovar, I think we should get into building.
Could be.
Gorple, as you go around the back of the building, you notice that there's no back door.
I think if cultists think they're safe in the building, then it is behooves It's good to get into building.
I nod, but I just say, start getting that fiery stuff further away from the building. I'm going to take one round and just stand here and just look around, because now he's got that feeling like they set the fires to get us here. It's like, okay.
Make a since you're doing that, it would actually be for you. It would be a perception check. If you wanted to use investigation, you'd have to get up like super close to the building.
No, this is, I'm looking for like guys in the woods or something that are waiting for, they're trying to get people to come out of the keep to kill them. That's what I think is.
Yeah, so I will say make me either a perception or survival check. Let me know which one you use.
I will use perception. Actually, it's the same either way. I'll go survival. Okay. I would like to use one of the inspirations if no one objects.
Go forth.
Okay, I'm going to take one.
Okay.
Well, that was terrible. 8 total.
8.
So I'm just too sleepy, too tired. I don't have eyelashes from so the fire smoke really stings my eyes. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, and the area around here is just like the ground is just so trodden down upon it. Like it could be like 5 people or it could be 50. Like you have no idea how many people have kind of gone in this area, and like
I'm too tired to think, too tired to rage. So he spends his round doing that. He's like, all right, let's just go in there and kill him.
Would you like me to shield up before we open the door?
Probably good.
What? Open the door? I kicked the door.
Okay. All right. Gorple, are you still in the back kind of setting that?
Yeah, I mean, once the next round comes, I'm going to hop to the next fire. I'm on fire extinguisher duty.
Gotcha. All right. So here's what I would like for all of us to do. I would like for you all to roll initiative.
Woohoo.
This will help figure out the order of things. All right. Gorple, what'd you get?
10.
10. All right. Drovar?
15.
15. Basha?
9.
9. Bocek?
18.
18. Nice. Amala?
12.
12. All right.
Also, I really like how D&D Beyond makes the clacky noises for you when you roll dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need that's. It doesn't feel right if you don't have it.
It doesn't.
Exactly.
The new Witchlight ones make a bell sound whenever you throw them, so I love using those. They're so cool. Yeah.
Don't use the sanguine ones. They literally just sound like sopping blood messes.
They're
and it's
gross.
kind of the worst noise I've ever heard every time I roll them.
I use the Sagwood ones.
Of course you did.
Of course. All right. So now that we have initiative, Bocek hears kick the door open and kicks the door open. And as the door flies open, that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh, break time.
Break time. All right.
I kick open the door.
Yeah. All right.
Also, Chris, yes. Can you explain how exhaustion works?
Okay, so you have 1 point. Yeah, you have 1 point of exhaustion. You have disadvantage on all your ability checks, and saving throws.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
And that's until you take a long rest.
Yeah, right. And it accrues. If you get 6,
you die. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so we are going to we're going to take our break. We will be back momentarily. Stick with us so we can see what happens in the mill and the granary. Who knows what'll happen? Bocek has already taken literally the initiative by kicking the door open, and we'll see what happens when we get back.
I heard the words open and door.
Alrighty, so we'll be back shortly. Stick with us. Alrighty, so we are back, folks. We rolled some initiative prior to the break. So a few things before we get started. Want to let everybody know what, let's see. So we have 2 inspirations for myself, and we have currently 3 group inspirations. All right, so as we move forward, then Bocek, you kick the door open. As you kick the door open, you actually see the back of one of the cultists running further into the granary and turning a corner and disappearing behind the corner. So you only saw one individual, although Gorple already said 5, like there was 5 individuals. So they had their back to you, ran around the corner and disappeared. So that is what you saw as you kicked the door open. And with that, I'm going to change maps so y'all can see what's going on. So, hold on 1 second. All right. So, right here, let's see. Let's make sure that everybody on stream can see what's going on. Let's also get the group here. All right, so just pulling everybody off for the moment. Hey, actually, Bocek, you can stand right there because you're like right at the goddamn door. Warple is still behind the building. Basha and Amala are actually... Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So, and Gorple is on the other side of the building. Okay, and Drovar.
I was probably about... I was still out in the road looking for an ambush that may not be there, so I kind of did the math. If on my turn, if I use my full move, I'll be at the doorway where Bocek is. So
okay, so I'm just gonna put you here for now, and then when you're ready, that's fine. So Bocek, just so you are aware, when you kicked the door open, you saw the individual run this way and then disappeared around the corner. All right. As you open the door, you can see there's a number of barrels. There are tools on these large benches. There's definitely what looks like to be some drainage grates on the ground as well. For the most part, all the windows are shuttered closed. And there is some light pouring through the actual shutter, but that light is actually coming from the fires. So the back area is kind of mostly dark, but the sides are still kind of somewhat lit because Warple hasn't gotten to extinguish those yet. But otherwise, it is completely dark in this room. So with that, that leaves... So Bocek, it is now your turn.
Bocek starts to walk in. Oh no! I am completely defenseless and all alone, and I'm going to use most of my movement to peek around the corner over here.
Okay. So
it's the Home Alone defense.
And you duplicated yourself again. That is not... You don't get that till level 20. The duplicating monk technique, I don't know, you don't have that yet. All right, so as you move, a couple of things happen. Above you, as they were holding their actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Okay. Just counting out something real quick. All right. So as you move, 3 spears from above you come flying at you. The first one, let's see. Yeah, that's a nat 1. It flies by you and just sticks in the wall. It's like it's just kind of like there. The second one, are you fucking kidding me? That one also misses. Actually, I'm going to use one of my inspirations to roll that again. Okay, that's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
So that is going to be, you take a big old 2 piercing damage as the spear just kind of flies by and just grazes your arm. And then
you can catch it. You're a monk.
I know. I'm waiting for something more dangerous.
And then the third spear, I'm going to use my last inspiration to re-roll that, because god damn it. That's a 15 to hit.
No.
Okay. So that one misses. So you only get hit with 1 for not much damage. And now as you look up, and again, it's still kind of dark, especially above you, you can now see 3 distinctive shadows, humanoid shadows, like kind of like standing in the rafters, clearly waiting. And they just kind of huck those at you.
Guys, they pierced my ear. How's it look?
Could be better.
We'll have to get you some nice jewelry for it.
Yes, like actual hoop or something.
Well, check. Make me a perception check at disadvantage.
That's a 4.
Okay, yeah. You see like those 3 individuals, and that's about it. All right. Drovar, it's now your turn.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't end my turn. I was
Oh,
peeking
I'm
around
sorry.
the corner.
I'm sorry.
I used most of my movement to peek around the corner to see if there was anything and where they disappeared to.
Okay. What you see is over here, there seems to be some kind of opening, but you have to get around it. There's no doorway. It just seems to be like some open area.
All right,
but right next to you is just like a wall.
In that case, I'll use the rest of my movement.
Okay. So I guess so you still not up to it, but you can actually start to see the beginning of like some wooden stairs that seems to be going down.
And I'll throw a dart at one of the guys up in the rafters.
Okay, it'll be at disadvantage because you're still it's a little dark up there. So, but yeah, go for it.
Somehow I no longer have darts on my card.
Did you use them all?
I might have. I'll use the longbow I stole then.
Did you steal arrows too? If it's not on your card, you don't have it.
All right, then now.
Okay. You could. I mean, you don't have improvised weapon yet, do you?
I don't think I get that.
No. Okay. I'm just double checking because technically, if you wanted to, you could throw the longbow.
Or you could just throw that spear that missed you back at them.
Yeah, it's like it was like right next to your head, but it's just like there waiting for you to grab it.
Oh yeah, then I'll fucking grab that spear and throw it back at him.
Okay. You proficient?
He's a barbarian. He's proficient in every
He's
weapon.
got 1 level of barbarian.
That's right.
Martial weapons and simple weapons.
All right, go for it. Disadvantage.
No problem. Standard weapon that I'm proficient in.
Yeah. You have your proficiency in this.
12.
You throw it up in the rafter and it disappears in the darkness. You get the feeling that it either hit something or it hit the wall. You're not sure. You hear like a, but you're not sure if you hit a person or the wall.
Fair enough. That ends my turn.
Okay. Bocek, it is now your not Bocek, I'm sorry, Drovar, it is now your turn.
Okay. So he gets to the doorway. He does yell up and says, "Gorple, if anything comes after us, blow the horn." And then I go in. So looking around, I got dark vision. Do I see those people waiting to huck spears?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. $15.
You do. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 individuals up in the rafters. 3 of them don't seem to have anything in their hands. They seem to be reaching for something behind them. But 3 others who you are now looking right at have spears ready to go and are going to huck them at you. So you get 3 spears coming at you.
Okay, so they get to go before I do?
They were holding their action.
Okay. Can I see, like, are they just basically like Dragon Cult ninjas, or are they like kobolds?
These are different. They you do see cultists, but the ones that are holding the spears don't seem to be dressed like the cultists. They just seem to be dressed in kind of like ragtag, like chainmail, and just like various bits of armor.
So how many of them are up there?
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can make them visible to you at the moment. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The other two you actually don't see yet. And those are the ones that kind of hucked at Bocek. But this one, and this one are throwing their spears at you.
Okay.
So the first one, that's gonna be, I think, a miss. That's an 11.
That's a miss.
Yeah. Second one is a 17.
That's a hit.
And the third one, yeah, that's a miss. That's at a 6.
Okay.
All right. So you only get hit by 1. Speaking of which, let's get some different music going here. There we go. As you are now fighting for your lives. So the one that does hit you hits you for 6 piercing damage as it just kind of flies by and just kind of grazes your shoulder.
Okay.
And the rest of them, like, you can see the rest of them as you're just kind of looking, and they're like waiting in the rafters. This is definitely an ambush.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna throw a javelin at. So does it look like pretty much all of them are armed and throwing spears, and it's just these? It's like
the ones that are not cultists are the ones that had spears. The cultists are waiting up there holding like swords, but not actually thrown weapons that you can see.
Okay. I will throw a javelin up at this. Let me see here. This guy right here.
Okay.
Threw a spear at me. A 10.
10. Unfortunately, he's too high up. The angle's a little off, and it goes wide. It does not hit.
Okay. I'm in the doorway, like, oh, it's like, they're all over the rafters. The ambush is in here.
Oh,
that's
great.
it.
Okay. So up next, do you want to move any? Oh no, that was your full movement.
That was my move.
Okay. So Amala, you are up next.
Alrighty, let's see. What do I want to do? I clicked on the wrong thing. I was looking to see how the thing works. Alright, so I'm going to head in with my shield up to hopefully fend off any kind of attacks.
Okay.
And how far are they up in the rafters?
They are about 20 feet up.
About 20 feet.
Mhm.
Alrighty, so I imagine I cannot hit them with my S word right now.
Your S word.
My S word.
Not the S word.
Yeah, no, you'd have to climb or just wait for them to get to you. However, as you do go in, the last two are who are holding their action, they're gonna chuck 2 spears at you.
Alrighty.
So the first one. God damn, I can't roll for shit tonight. That's a 10.
Nope.
And the next one, I think this one hits 19.
It's exactly.
Okay. You get hit for 6 piercing damage as the spear does hit you in the leg, just missing your shield. It doesn't stick there, but it just it pierces your leg for a moment and then falls off.
Alrighty.
All right, so now you have your turn. What would you like to do?
I will curse at him in Draconic. And
specifically, it was this one and this one.
Sorry.
That threw.
Alright, I'm going to use a bonus action. Actually, let me retract some of my steps here. Sorry. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Basha, which gives you 2+ bonus to your AC for the duration, so it's up to 10 minutes. And then for my action, I think I will... let's see. I clicked on the wrong thing. What does the climbing situation look like to get up to the rafters?
So yeah, you would have to climb the 20 feet. I would say you'd have to make a strength check for me to see how successful you are. Okay. But you can absolutely climb up there if you want to.
All right, I'm gonna do my best to try to climb up there then.
Okay.
Just straight strength.
Yeah, strength check. Yeah, D20 and add your modifier.
That is a 21.
Without issue, you just start climbing up. The cultist that is right next to you is kind of a little freaked out as this large silver dragonborn is just climbing up, and you just make it right next to him, and you are now in melee with that cultist.
Yeah, cool. All right, I'm going to hit him with my S word then.
Go for it.
All right, let's do this. Oh geez, that's an 11.
Does that hit? That just misses. So
right.
They seem to be prepared, and he just kind of like ducks out of the way.
All right, second attack. Ooh, 23. Does that hit?
That definitely hits.
That is 9 damage.
Yeah, you just put your sword right through his gut, and it just falls over.
Perfect. I'm going to kick him off my sword onto the ground.
Okay, yeah, just falls limp and dead to the ground, no longer a threat.
Poor Andrew.
But now you are on the rafters, which you can see it is the rafter. There, it's just about like maybe 6 or 7 feet wide. It's enough for a rather medium or normal sized humanoid to kind of, stand on and move single file. And they're all just standing on there, just kind of waiting. And now you're up there with them.
Coming for you in Draconic. And that ends my turn.
Alrighty. That was Amala's. Gwarple, it is now your turn. So you're on the outside of the building in the back. You're making your way around.
Yeah, can I get to the... So how tall is the building?
The building itself, it looks to be maybe about 40 or 50 feet tall.
Okay, then I will circle around to one of the fires, and once I'm within 30 feet, I geyser it.
Yeah, easy enough. So you're able to geyser the one on the left side of the building, and immediately on this side of the building, the light goes out. That was coming in through the rafters, through the windows, the shuttered windows, and now it is completely dark on this side of the building.
Yep, and I continue moving toward the other fire. Once I get there, I'll come in when I'm done putting out fires, but my goal was to put out fires.
Perfect. No problem. Alrighty. Says Gwarple's turn. Basha, it's now your turn.
Right as I bite into sushi.
Delicious.
It always happens.
I know. If I'm peeking, I was like, oh, it's his turn. I have time. Then I'm like, no, I don't. If I peek in around the door, like around Drovar, can I see like A and B up in the rafters to just basically like take pot shots at them and try to like knock them off the wall with like you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, we'll see. You would definitely be able to see A and B, mostly because Drovar's already pointed out like they're in the rafters.
Right.
You'd have difficulty seeing to the sides without getting further into the building.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till everybody's in before I just jump in there, because, wizard. Like, I'm not going in there, you're going in there. But yeah, Bosch is gonna kind of peek around the thing and be like, all right, up in rafter. Oh, you! So she's basically gonna look at A and B and be like, I'm not even gonna waste a spell slot on this, because I don't know how much more fighting we're gonna do tonight. So I'm just gonna look at B and point a finger and attempt to Ray of Frost him. Let's see if I can.
All right.
I don't know if I've used this one yet, but I decided not to use Firebolt inside Granary. Seems like bad idea.
Good plan.
It's probably a good idea.
It froze.
Oh no! Your Ray of Frost froze.
Really? It's an 8 to hit, so I think it misses.
You do have some inspiration.
Oh, can I use one?
Use
Can I
it.
One, please? Thank you.
Do it.
All right, 17. That's better.
17 does hit.
Ooh, he takes... Oh, that's it? Okay, well, he takes 9 frost damage.
9 frost damage. Okay, so that was A or B?
That was B, and
B,
he's also reduced by 10 feet speed-wise until my next turn.
Alrighty. So we're gonna do... Actually, we'll do that blue. Yeah, and he's still up, but he's like... he's just like frozen, turning blue, shaking. But yeah, his speed is also reduced.
And I will be out here if you need me, and I'm gonna duck back around the corner of the wall. Like, bye!
Nice. All right. Good call. Alrighty. So with that, we are now back. We are at the top of the round. Okay. The cultists now clearly being seen, and also Amala threatening them. They begin to jump down from the rafters. 20.
Cowards.
20.
I was just about to jump up and join you.
And then...
Oh no, don't come down here. Stay up there,
10.
Please. Oh, damn.
Actually, it would be right there. 5, 10. 5, 10. Let's see. Okay. And then... What would you like to do my cultist friends? Sure. Then they will use their action to dash. This one runs up on Bocek. So the cultist B runs right up onto Drovar, but that was their action to dash to get that close. They are holding scimitars, running up on all of you. Definitely, just like these were their orders. Ambush and attack.
No need to meet us. No need to get that close. Really, it's okay.
And that is their turn. Bocek, it is now your turn.
I would like to punch the cult. I would like to attack the cultist in front of me.
Go for it.
That's 7 damage.
7. Yeah, he takes the punch. Still up. Looks very hurt, but still determined to get at you with that scimitar.
And I'll take my bonus action attack.
Go for it.
18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And that's an additional 9 damage as just slap and then backhand.
Yeah, so as the backhand happens, the mask goes flying off. There is a crunching sound as his nose disappears into his actual skull. And just like the eyes just kind of bulge slightly as just like blood just spurts and he just falls to the ground.
I would like to try to move here and then jump and or climb my way up to the rafters above me, as they've all been yelling they're in the rafters.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, just give me a general strength check.
18.
Yeah, without issue. You're able, now you are boom in the rafters right next to this guy. You can see your legs.
Fantastic, and that is where I will end my turn, right next to that guy.
Gotcha. Yeah, he looks completely freaked out now at this giant of a man who just like hello. It's like
Hi, I am Bocek.
nah. I'm Alfie. Alrighty, so that's Bocek's turn. He's next to Alfie. Alfie, who looks really freaked out, just like as soon as you land next to him, he goes, ah! And he's pulling out a spear from like his back quiver, and he's just with two hands, he's just gonna he is completely freaked out right now. So that is going to be, yeah, he's so freaked out, completely misses. And you just kind of like swat the spear out of the way.
Stop that.
I mean, he's still holding on to it. All right. And so, all right. So Bobby here, who's so cold, jumps down off the rafters, and that's all he can do. He's just like, just that's all he can do. That's all his whole movement. Chuck jumps down, and then for the rest of his movement, George also jumps down. 5, 10, 20. Yeah, that's about. That's it's. we'll call this one Darwin. Darwin jumps down. And then Edgar. All right. Darwin has a spear in his hand. He's just gonna try and spear you there, Drovar.
Okay. What? I'm sorry. It looks like there's one more of these guys up there. Perhaps Ferdinand.
Where's Ferdinand?
Left
Oh
hand
yeah,
side.
thank you. I almost missed him.
Or maybe he was
Just
hiding. Maybe
down.
Ferdinand was scared. You don't know.
There you go. No, I've got so much shit going on here. Sometimes I miss him, so I do appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, Darwin is going to take a two-handed jab at you with his spear.
Cool.
And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And you take 9 piercing damage as he just right into your shoulder and then just yanks it right out. And right now they're just like, all right, get him, boys. All right, and that's, you know what? This one is going to use his action to get closer up to you, to the doorway. He's going to use his action to get a little, basically get right there. Yeah. So Frankie is going to huck another spear at Bocek. And so that's going to be, I don't think that hits. That's a 14.
No.
Yeah. And then Edgar is also going to huck a spear at you, Bocek, because you seem to be bothering their friend Alfie there. That's going to be, yeah, that's another miss. That's a 13.
He's brand new. Leave him alone.
Just because he's got a red shirt don't mean you gotta kill him right away. And now you can
Yes, it
see, now you can see as they are actually as they're getting closer and swarming you and coming towards you, it looks like they have a total of probably like 3 or 4 javelins, spears, that they have in these large back quivers. So the ones that they're tossing, they're not trying to get them again. They're just going into their back and pulling out another one. And some of them are on their last, it looks like their last spear or so. So, alrighty. So with them done, we are now to you, Drovar.
Okay. It's a bonus action to drink a potion.
Yes.
No attack of opportunity or anything.
Nope.
Just
You can
making
just-
sure.
just-
Okay.
Yeah, you can just chug it.
I'm drinking that before we move on.
Okay.
Just mark that. Okay. So what is the roll for that? That is
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, 6 back. Okay, so Drovar's like, he's got the great axe in one hand. He takes the potion, just, it just speed chugs, and then he tosses it over his shoulder. He's like, oh, don't crowd, boys. There's plenty of me to go around. And he goes for D, who
All right.
has done him harm.
Oh no, not Darwin.
Oh, yeah, Darwin. Yeah, 24.
Yeah, that definitely is. Poor Darwin. He barely
Minimum
knew.
damage, 7.
7. Yeah, you hack into the armor, which is chain. You can see his chainmail. You take a chunk of the chainmail out, getting him. Pull out the grace. He's still up. He's like, ugh. All right. All right,
you're
here we
tough.
go.
No. Stay there. There's more where that came from. 26.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
15.
Yeah, the second hack going right into the same area, just a little deeper. And you feel like you might have cut or severed some kind of major artery or something, like a heart. And he just goes down without much fuss. And so Darwin, who we barely knew, is done. But there is also a spear at your feet that he was holding.
Okay, I just turned to the other guys, and I got no rages left. So, but I'm kind of like getting tired. Just like, all right, boys, come on, it's dancing time.
Alrighty. So that is Drovar's turn. Amala, it is now your turn. Gorple, you are on deck.
All right, I'm going to climb down since they're all cowards and left me.
Yeah, you can jump down, and that's 20 feet of your movement right there.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to...
You are melee with like a bunch of them.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to attack George to start.
Okay.
So my great S word.
Not the
12?
great F word. That unfortunately misses. You actually hit. You actually do hit, but the sword just glances off of the chainmail. The armor doing its job.
All right. All right. So since I missed him, I'm going to turn to Bobby, and I'm going to swing at him.
Alrighty.
So we are flanking Bobby, are we not?
Yeah, you are. So you have advantage
cool.
on that one.
So I can actually re-roll that nat 1. That's awesome. All right, that is a 19 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
All right. Bobby takes 8 damage.
Ooh, Bobby is barely standing. Bobby's like, as you actually lop an arm off. And
you don't need that anymore.
Unfortunately, it's not the arm that was holding the scimitar, but you lop an arm off. And kind of at the elbow. And he's like, but he's still standing. He's just looking down at his stump.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he's looking down at his bloody stump like, All right. Oh my God, he's barely standing.
And I think that will be it. I don't think I'm going to do anything else.
All right. Yeah, if Bobby breathes hard, he's gone.
Actually, I will move up to here. And then that's the end.
Okay.
One guy will get a swing on you.
Georgie's going to take an attack of opportunity as he with a spear.
Perfect.
Like I'd be like, I've never used a spear, but I would assume that is the correct technique.
Correct fighting style, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is going to be a 15 to hit.
Nope.
You deflect with your shield without a problem. Just ching right off of it.
What are you trying to do?
What you doing, Willis? Alrighty. So that was Amala's turn. Gorple is now your turn.
So if I recall the layout outside, it's actually much closer than how you have the structure of this building.
Yes.
So
you definitely, from where you are, the fire would be about here. You could definitely get to it.
So I'm going to power wash this granary a little bit. So how tall is this double door? Is it like 10 feet?
Yeah, it's about 10 feet tall.
Great. So I start rushing toward Basha, and I go, "Duck! I'll melt you!" And I'll leap. And as I'm 10 feet up in my thing, once I'm within 30 feet of that fire, I yell, "Geyser!" And as I fire down above Basha's head, probably for like 3 or 4 seconds, as a bonus action, I go, "Hey, Bobby, are you a duck?" And I aim the geyser at him. I need a strength saving throw from Bobby.
It's gonna hit Amala.
No, it actually hits one person in front of me.
Yeah.
Which is why I jumped 10 feet in the air, so I was above your head.
All right, so Bobby, who's just looking at the stump of his arm.
What a world.
I
Like
need
some kind of anime. Like
I need a strength saving throw DC 13.
Okay, he gets a 12. So this should be good.
He takes 4 bludgeoning and is knocked prone.
He goes ass over tea kettle. There's a spray of blood. It's almost artistic in the way it sprays, as he just like a pinwheel. And there is this massive crack as he falls on his head and his neck twists in a very awkward way. Bobby's not a problem anymore because he had 1 hit point.
So I kind of land in front of Basha as the water starts trickling down. I don't know. He's not a duck. Didn't come off his back.
That was probably that was so disturbing.
Nice. Yeah, to you, I'm telling you, Drovar, it was actually pretty beautiful.
I'll step into the room, drawing in my other hand Lesturge King's Rapier.
Okay.
somehow, even at night, the water spray somehow creates a rainbow after you kill him. I don't know how. It just does. I don't make the rules.
Alrighty, a blood rainbow. Basha, it's now your turn.
Well, I don't know how to show that one up. All right. Can I move through Gorple to get in? I don't want to move.
You can move through the spaces. You just can't end on where somebody is.
Could I cast through them if I stand directly? In
What
the
are you
doorway,
trying
right
to?
behind Drovar?
What are you trying to
I'm
cast?
gonna try and do. I wanted to try and do a magic missile to hit as many as I could see.
Oh yeah, magic missile. It's like heat seeker missiles. Like it's just like whatever you're targeting, it will go around things, under, over to kind of like get at it.
Okay, alright, I gotcha. Alright, so basically, I'm gonna go after, I can't see George from where I am, can I?
No, you would have to step in a little more.
Eh. Alright.
All right,
I'm
there you
too
go.
close to C. Wait, if I'm there, then I can't hit C.
Wait, if
No,
you
you can
magic
hit
missile him,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you-
I could, yeah.
You can see. No, you can see C and G.
Alright, fine,
Yeah.
fine. Alright, I'm gonna go for George. I don't know what we named C and D.
Chuck, and then we're gonna call that one. We're gonna call him Dwayne.
And, you know what, actually, wait. I think I have a third level.
Hey.
Do I have a third
I knew you'd
level?
get that, John.
yes, we rolled.
My brain went to the rock.
Oh no.
That made me
This is
sad.
different
No.
Dwayne Wayne. Hey.
Okay, I lied. I'm not going after George. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go after C, D, and B because I already hit B once, so I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay, go for it.
So I'm gonna do that, and the answer is
All
Pew,
right.
pew,
Survey
pew.
survey says
4.
to who?
Great. Sorry, I'm flipping back and forth screens, and it keeps freezing every time I go backwards. So I'm like,
Who gets the
4 to C since he's right in front of me.
to C? Okay. So he gets hit 4. All right.
Seriously, I think my computer wants to kill me. I don't even know what number that was. Did anyone else see that?
Yeah, it came another 4.
Cool. So another 4, then above that, whatever letter was right above him. And then to our dear friend
so
B
D.
across the room.
All right,
It's
so-
whatever that was.
Dwayne. That was 5. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, and then he gets, Dwayne there gets, he gets that 4. Okay.
Sorry.
All right,
my
so-
computer really froze. So yeah, so that's me. And then
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay where I am for now.
All right. So, your already frozen friend, Bobby, there, as he's just like drops down, he's just like gets hit like right between the eyes with one of your snowball like darts, and just falls to the ground unmoving. Dwayne and Chuck there, they also take their hits, but they are still standing. They don't look well, but they're still standing.
Well, I did my best for now.
Alrighty. All right, so that was Bosch's turn. We go to the top of the round. It is now the cultists' turn. So Dwayne is going to move around Amala. And now he gets advantage on his attack because he's flanking with Chuck. And he's going to take a swing with his scimitar. And that is going to be a 19 to hit. Mala. Yeah, okay. And so you take 6 slashing damage from the scimitar. Then let's see. Carlos up here is 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's just gonna go right after Amala. Does not get flanking bonus, but will swing his scimitar regardless. That's a miss. That's an 11. Amala, you take your shield, just deflect that hit. Yeah, that's right now. That's all the cultists' turn. So that is now. Now we go to Bocek. Bocek, what would you like to do?
Poor Alfie. I'm gonna start off by swinging my monk weapon at him. So I'm just like hitting him with the longsword that I've been carrying around that the party gave to me.
Okay, go for it.
21 to hit.
You mean Talon, a regaled longsword with a majestic history?
Famous pedigree worth something to somebody someday.
That thing that I'm carrying around. Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that is going to be 11 slashing damage.
So you take the sword, this beautiful sword with the runes along the edge, the beautiful like eagle-esque bird of prey raptor hilt gleaming in the lightless room, and you just shove it through Alfie. And then you just lift it up. And Alfie's like, I was 2 days away from retirement. And it just dies on the sword as you're just kind of holding it up.
I'm going to take my movement then and jump down and start walking towards Ernie and very loudly say, "You got with Alfie, like Alfie's bit still on the sword. Go, you guys do not get paid enough to do this."
Alfie's still on the sword. Like, he's still on the sword.
I jump down with Alfie still on the sword. You guys do not get paid enough to do this, and start going towards Ernie.
Okay. So it's 20 feet to jump down, and yeah, you got plenty. Yeah, 5, 10. Yeah, you can get right up to him.
And I will take my bonus action attack.
Okay, go for it.
19.
19 does hit.
And that's a 10 damage hit to the chest with the Necro Knuckles.
Okay, so with Alfie still on the sword, you're just holding it in one hand, just wham! just punch him in the face. As he kind of turns, still standing, there's these black veins that are just starting to just creep over his face. He's turning so pale. He's swaying on his feet, but he's still up.
I'm going to use a key point to Flurry of Blows and hit him a third time, while looking at Frankie over there and just go, seriously, you're not being paid enough to do this.
Go for it.
28.
You don't even have to roll. As you backhand him, his face, which is turned mostly black, his head explodes into this black powder. And the body stands there. The stump of his neck, there's no blood spurting. It's just like this black powder just comes out. And then for a moment, it's almost as if the body does not realize the head is missing. And it just kind of turns for a moment. It takes a step and then falls to the ground. And at this moment, Frankie is staring in utter horror at this display as one hand currently has an impaled Alfie. He just watched his friend's head explode into black dust and walk away and then drop. You think he's probably thinking about his life choices at this moment. You get that impression.
Is he wearing his brown pants today?
They are all wearing their brown pants today. It looks like it's a uniform. So that was an amazing turn, Bojack. All right. So with that, it is now the guards' turn, the cultist guards. All right. The first thing that's going to happen is Frank is going to really think hard about what he wants to do in this moment. I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3, he's going to follow through with his orders. 4 to 6, he is going to get the fuck out of Dodge, or at least try. All right. So Frankie just stands there, just gripping his spear for a moment. It's like, fuck it. And he just, and just runs at you, Bocek, with the spear.
Get respect to company, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, that's a 9. Like Frankie is just like, he's got his eyes closed, screaming and running in your general direction. Completely misses you.
You're up for promotion, you know.
But let's see, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck is going to take a swing at you, Amala, with advantage because he's flanking.
Perfect.
All right, he's got his spear. That's going to be, it's a miss. That's a 15 to hit. I didn't roll with advantage. I'm sorry. Roll again. Yeah, that was a 15. You easily deflected. But George there steps over the ragdolled body of the geysered cultist and will try to attack you, Gorple.
Hey, I put out all the fires. Just letting you know. I say draconic.
He's like, oddly, it doesn't seem to understand what you're saying. Kind of looks at you confused. And he does not get advantage. But that is a dirty 20.
That hits.
You will take 6 piercing damage as he's like, and pulls out the spear.
That was a mistake. Ow.
Alrighty, so that ends their turn. Okay. Drovar, it is now your turn. Amala, you're on deck.
Okay. Drover just moves over here. He's like, you boys are keeping me from a night's sleep. He's not even mad. He's just disappointed. Okay. So he gets advantage because now he's flanking.
Absolutely.
27 hits.
Oh, yeah.
12 damage.
How would you like to kill Chuck there?
He's like, when the fight's like kind of winding down and he's really tired, he's yelling out to the room in this, and he just swings, like cuts through him, and he's gonna keep going.
Yeah, okay.
He's got a move going on here. So he's killed that guy, and so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He comes up over here to get to flank this other guy. It's like, really? You're just wasting, our time?
Yeah. Oddly, your mind goes to trees, and you almost feel like you're holding Hugh again.
I know, but trees were really asking for it. You can't trust trees. They were a real danger. These were saplings, that's all.
All right. So roll the hit. Old Chuck there.
A 28.
Absolutely hits.
Another 12.
You just swing through. There is a moment where it just kind of looks down. And as you look down also, you see intestines starting to kind of spill forth from the stomach. And in common, he goes, I don't think that's supposed to be like that.
It's not. Bye.
And then he starts trying to push it back into the hole.
No. I like lean over and I just hold his hand down. It's like, stop.
As you hold his hand and you look up, his eyes have rolled in the back of his head and he just drops.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
All right, that's an amazing turn for Drovar there. Alrighty.
He's so tired. He's so mad. This is like, he's never run out of rage for this long and had to keep fighting. He's just,
I'm so tired.
You can hear Drovar. You can hear in the back of your mind of your ancestors just laughing at the sight of this guy just trying to stick his intestines back into his stomach. All right, that was an amazing turn by Drovar. Umala, you get to follow Drovar.
Yeah.
Gorple,
All right.
you are on deck.
So Imala's sword gleams a little bit. She has imbued it with ensnaring strike for when she goes to hit. So I'm going to roll an attack on Dwayne right there.
Yeah. Hey.
All right, let's see if I hit him. I think a 24 hits.
Yeah, 24 does hit Dwayne.
All right, so then I'm going to roll for my damage. So that's 11, and then with my ensnaring strike, that is 12 damage altogether.
So as you said,
For that
what explain what ensnaring strike actually does.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good thing, actually. The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, before this spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. A large creature has advantage. While restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. Alright, so the 1 damage doesn't do anything, so it's just 11 damage right now.
Okay. So as you strike, you hit Dwayne, and you feel the blade connect and actually go through the robes. And he goes, hey! Because as you strike and the vines emerge from your sword and wrap around, they squeeze until he's just now chunks. And
Okay.
he doesn't get his last hay out.
Well, that's okay, because I think his last words are probably, what's happening?
All right, and then I'm going to...
John, you get inspiration for that. You get inspiration for that. That was great.
Thank you, obscure 70s sitcom.
All right, I'm going to move over, and I'm going to attack George.
All right, go for it.
My great S word.
Oh, no.
14.
14 does not hit. You actually, the blade does ring off of the chainmail. It does take some of the links out of the chainmail, but unfortunately does not connect with flesh. But that was that was a great turn. Yeah, you all saw, well, actually, Bocek didn't get to see, but most of you saw the vines just shoot out of the sword as it hit and just turned this guy into salsa. And before the vines just retracted back into the sword. Alrighty. With that, Gorple, it's all you.
I look at Jorge and I go, "Hey, are you an orc?"
He looks at you very confused. Clearly not an orc. Possibly a half elf?
I stab him with the rapier.
Okay, go for it.
I had to check. AC 9.
Unfortunately, yeah, he kind of deflects it with his arm, and he's also, the chainmail does help to deflect the sword. So fortunately, that was a miss.
Then I just hop over his head.
Okay. He's like, oh. Just
Look, there's a witch. You can go kill her.
Corporal!
All right. So now it's the witch's turn.
Yeah, not for long. There's not gonna be witch here. You guys have this under control, right? Because I'm gonna go see what's happening over there. I'm just gonna go now.
All right, Basha, what are you doing? You going? What are you doing?
I can only make it to there. I was gonna be like, all right, you have this under control. I'm gonna go see what's going on in case basement is like on fire or gonna like blow up or something.
Okay.
So I'll double move because
okay.
So
you're double moving to the stairwell over there?
Wherever that is. I can't.
It's right here. It's actually right here.
All right, I still have 10 more feet of movement.
Okay. So now as you make it to the stairwell, there is some light coming from the room. Very, very subtle. Let me open that up so you can see what it looks like. And as you're looking in, I didn't have representations for them, but right about here in the middle of the room, you see two barrels. There are torches on the barrels, and there seems to be some kind of like black powder underneath. And at the far end, over here, is a window. The shutters are wide open, the window is open, and there's no one in this room.
There's a trap down here!
And you can see the black powder going.
Listen, you got cantrips. You can put out fires like that. You're a wizard.
Can I still do a cantrip? Let me see.
If it's a bonus action, you can, because you use your action to dash. Come on, bonus action cantrips.
All right, bonus action prestidigitation. Can I snuff that out? Does it count? Because it's technically, I don't know if it would count.
I will say, how do you want to use your prestidigitation? Like, you gotta be specific for me. Paint a picture for me.
Okay. And just to read the thing, it's you instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. So in my head, it's kind of like like
snuffing out a candle.
Yeah, which was kind of what I was thinking. But since it's a fuse, I could also draw on some of that ice energy from Jan, I was thinking, and kind of like snap, but like try to like ice the fuse. I don't know, like where it's going. I don't know.
So, all right. So what I will say is roll me an Arcana check. This is going to determine if you can use the spell in a specific way that it's not necessarily made for.
Because the other thing I was going to say is maybe I could snuff out.
Especially since it's a cantrip.
That's not allowed. But yeah, come on. Rolled pretty well. 20, not natural.
20, not natural. you use probably okay, and you begin kind of trying to like calculate the different ways that you can do this holding yawn, and you hear in your head,
"Oh no, this is what you have to do."
and you watch as the pages in your book to an empty page, and then all of a sudden you see the calculations that you're trying to figure out as you're thinking them appear on the page, and you realize, oh, I can do it. And as you cast prestidigitation, you watch as the fuses, it's 3/4 of the way to these large barrels. You just watch the fuse go tss, and there's no more sparking. However, there are still 2 torches on top of the barrels that are still lit. They're not blazing, but they're still lit. So there's still a threat, but the immediate threat seems to be...
Yeah, I'm still gonna be like, Warple! That's basically it, yeah.
And as you look down at the page that was just calculating all of those things, the page is now blank.
Of course it is. Okay.
All right. That was a good turn.
Yeah, it was.
That
All
was-
right. So back to the top of the round. Who do we have left here? Okay, yeah, all the cultists are dead. So Bocek, it is your turn. You are next to Frank, who is like,
Guys, do we have this under control?
Yeah, he wants to die with his boots on, finish him off.
Basha, everything good by you?
No, there's things on fire that need to not be on fire! Or it's gonna blow up the place!
Oh, in that case, if possible, maybe leave guy I'm fighting alive. He look young and stupid, and maybe got distracted by money. I go deal with that, and I'm going to use my last key point to step on the wind to DM. You said the barrels with fire are right around here.
yeah, they're like right in the middle of the room.
Cool. I'm going to step on the wind to use my action and bonus action to get there at like superhuman speed.
Yeah, go for it. Frank will,
Not action, movement and action.
Frank will try to take attack of opportunity, but
Yep,
since
that's fine.
since I already said he's got his eyes closed, it's going to be a disadvantage. But he's still going to try because he's doing his best. Damn it. Yeah, that was a complete miss with a 7. But he did try. But yeah,
That's
you do
what
make
matters.
it. Yeah, he tried.
And then I want to use my actual action to just pick up the 2 torches.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, easy enough.
Okay,
You-
got torches.
Okay, you need blow them out or take them upstairs. You just take them away from this black powder. It will blow up everything. Get them out of here.
Yeah, so he's just holding the torches. He's like, okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, so that's Bocek's turn. Frank, he's still swinging with his eyes closed. He does not realize that you've left yet. George is gonna take. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna try to attack Warple. Warple just jumped behind him. He's just very confused with everything that's going on. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hit with a 6. He's very confused. Frogman jumping over him. Like, it's just all craziness. That's their turn. Drovar, is now your turn.
Okay, seeing Frank just blindly swinging, I will.
Or Frank.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, he's not even. He doesn't. He's like. It's like, no. Said leave. It's like, and I'm admiring the lad's gumption. So I come running. I run and I do a running leap. So. Like the last 25 feet of movement, I'm in the air and I just come down with my head and just headbutt him, with the intention of just knocking him senseless.
All right, go for it.
So non-fatally.
Yes.
That would be a pretty cool way to kill someone, though. Just saying.
It would. But hey, Bojack's got this thing about not killing everybody. Drover's almost too exhausted to care. However, a 21 is probably a hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely does hit.
Okay, 8 points of damage.
Yeah. So as you kind of jump down and headbutt Frank, you do get, there is a slight ringing in your head as you actually hit the steel-plated headgear that he's wearing. But as you pull back, there is a large crack and rip in it. And Frank is that his eyes are open now. One is looking that way, the other's looking the opposite way, as he clearly does not know where he is right now. He drops the spear and is just kind of dazed for a moment.
Go to sleep, lad. And I just kind of push him.
He's still up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, just like standing there wobbling at the moment.
I wipe the blood off of my forehead. That's probably because I'm sure I got to gash my forehead from this. Like, wow. All right, maybe there's something to you. All right, yeah, keep this one alive. I like him.
Alrighty.
New apprentice. Drovar's apprentice.
All right.
Oh, we'll see.
So that is their turn. Amala, it is now your turn. Gorple at deck.
Cool. I think I'm gonna try to just attack him with my claws.
Go for it. Like, no holds barred. Let's go. Let's do this.
Does a 26 hit?
Yeah, I think that hits him. I think that hits.
That is 8 damage.
All right. Yeah, you swipe, and you actually take a chunk out, like right where the neck and the clavicle meet, where there's no armor. You just take a chunk out, and he's now bleeding. Still standing. It's like, oh fuck.
Is he the one that's missing an arm?
No, that was the cultist that
Okay.
That Gorple geysered into a blood rainbow.
Perfect. I will. Oh, I get another attack too.
Yeah, I have a second headbutt.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
God. Okay, please.
All right,
resolve.
Amala, you go, and then Drovar will resolve your headbutt.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to attack again with my claws.
Okay.
I don't think 8 hits, unless someone wants me to use like.
You do have inspiration. There's group
have
inspiration
yes.
still.
Use it.
All right, inspiration. 16.
Just hits.
Perfect. That is 5 damage.
How would you like to claw the shit out of this guy?
I'm always a fan of like the horror movie style of the claw coming through the chest, like lifting him up and pulling the arm back down,
Yeah.
like bringing maybe some organ out with it.
So as he's holding, the gouged flesh, on his neck, he's like, and then, and as you he kind of looks up at you, eyes wide in shock and horror, and you kind of yank something out, and you think you're probably got like the heart, right? You just like that's the area, right? I don't know. I don't know. Human physiology. And as you yank out, whatever you're yanking is too big for the hole you just made, but you yank regardless, and you realize you're holding his lung. And he's and just drops to the ground.
He doesn't need that anymore.
All right. Now we will resolve the Drovar headbutt. You have a headbutt left.
I got a natural 20. The dice have spoken. It may be too much for Fred here, but okay, let's roll in damage now.
Yeah.
So much for Drovar's
minimum damage, so 7 total, because 2 2 4s and a 5.
So as Frankie's just kind of like, kind of like just wobbling there.
Like, hold still.
Yeah. And as you wham into his head again and you pull back, yeah, you can feel like a little trickle of blood. You don't take any damage, but you feel like a little trickle of blood on your. And as you look, you can see that now he's standing there and he's trying to take the helmet off. And as he's trying to take the helmet off, there is just like where the rip was, you just indented it into the flesh. And so as he pulls off, he is just pulling skin and hair off. And as he pulls it up, it's just like he's practically scalped himself. And he just and just falls to the ground. No longer moving.
Bolshek, you may need to collect some new strays. I don't think this one made it. Tried. I don't fucking care. Just walk away. It's just so tired.
So with that, as you're kind of looking around, surveying the area, you feel as if the danger at the moment has passed.
Well, I was going to say that I was going to go outside to see if any more people were coming, and I might spot the guy running away.
Okay, yeah, if you want to go outside, make a perception check.
Because that would be my next round. My passive perception is an 18, but I will roll a perception check.
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it.
That'll be a perception of 19.
19. You can see in the distance, maybe about 80 to 100 feet away, you can see the back of an individual. Go for it. At disadvantage. Well, no. It's within, it's with
150 is my regular range.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, so it's
I go,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that guy's a half orc.
You hear Groin Seeker. Yeah, sure, why not?
AC 18.
Yeah, that hits.
He'll take minimum damage, which is 6, but he needs to make a con save versus my poison.
Okay. Hold on a second. Well, what was the total damage again?
6.
6. Okay. The con save will be a 7.
Then he will take an additional 3 poison.
So you watch the arrow fly. As it flies, right between the shoulder blades.
I think you mean the grundle. It doesn't hit the shoulder blades. Let's be real. It's Groin Seeker.
Oh, no. It looks like it was going towards it, but he's like, they were running serpentine, so definitely got in between the shoulder blades. And slows for a minute. And then, oddly enough, turns around and starts running towards you. And then just falls to the ground.
If there was a runner, he's dead. I'm not sure if it was, or if it was a guy flanking us. I'm unsure.
Well, you do recall there was 5 that ran in. So he might have been with that group, but you only saw the one. So but barring that, it seems as if for the moment the danger's passed. And as you begin to kind of survey the room and definitely see that this was, without a doubt, a trap set for your group, you do begin to hear the noise of a large group of individuals. And as you kind of prepare yourselves for possibly another fight, you see a dozen of the Greenest guards coming towards you.
Oh, okay. Hello, I am Bolshek.
Yeah, let's go retake this town.
Yeah, well,
Let's go take a nap.
Well, we were told to secure the mill first, make sure it was safe, and
that's a
We
good idea.
did
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to get rid of all this black powder downstairs.
black powder. Go check it out. Like three of the guys peel off. The guards peel off and go inside. Says no, we have explicit orders to guard the area now to make sure that no others come in the moment. So
It's a good idea.
Bocek is still standing over the black powder barrels with the 2 lit torches, like unsure what to do.
I told you leave room. I told you to leave room.
the 3 guards come in. Blow it out! Blow it out! Blow it out!
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Stola! Yeah,
Stolat, nie. Why are we singing happy birthday? What's happening?
And I just blow out the torches.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. And so now the guards, you can see them. They're like pulling the barrels away from you, Bocek. They're just like, and they're kind of like they're surveying, making sure everything is safe. They are definitely throwing sand and water on any areas that seem to be still kind of like burning with any embers or coals. And it seems like at this moment that the danger here at the mill has passed, and it does seem that your presence has caught the attention of these individuals to the point where they laid a trap for you.
All right, so the trap worked. We got 13 in our trap. So now they're down another 13. I think that's like a 70-ish. So they only got like 50 people left at max in this town. We can kill the rest pretty easy.
One of the guards goes. One of the guards comes up to you, Gorpal, and says, "Excuse me. The governor would like just make sure the governor knows that everything is secure, and then I guess plan out whatever the next steps will be. There is another large contingent of guards that have been gathered within the keep. So possibly your what you're saying could possibly come to pass. But make sure with the governor and the Castellan.
It's gonna be the longest night ever.
Yeah, we'll head back to the camp and we'll head back to the keep and we'll review the troops.
Drovar, you look so tired. We should just drink all the coffee they have there. That would probably solve all of the problems of this place.
Well, yeah, could use a cup.
Yeah. Oh, I could put it in my bath water and I could soak it into my skin.
No, that you gotta save some for the rest of us.
Fine.
We're all a little tired. We've seen what happens with you with just one cup.
Yeah, I can solve this whole problem. Just give me
bounce
one
around. You go faster than the arrows you shoot, but no. We all need a cup.
All right. So you make it back to the keep without any issues. No groups, no problems in the moment. And as you do make it back, there's another rush. There's like clapping and hooting and hollering from the troops, the guards there. Seemingly, they know exactly what happened at the mill already. And as you kind of make your way to the Castellan, who's just kind of waiting, he's like, "Yeah, I saw through the spyglass. That was great work. The men have secured it. Yeah, let's go talk to the governor and see what next steps are. What we can do next. Making good progress."
I hope bed is one of them at some point.
Takes you up to the parapet. And as you make your way up to the parapet, there are 2 clerics up there who seem to be kind of like tending to some wounds of some of the guards. And as you make it, one of the clerics comes over and begins laying hands on a number of you. Who seems to be the worst hit?
I'm down about 20.
Drovar, then. I'm only down 6.
Okay.
I'm down 12.
All right. Bocek, what about you?
Also 4.
You're down 4? Or you're at...
Great.
No, 8.
You're at 4 or you're down 4?
Oh no, I'm definitely not down 4.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm bad at math. I'm down 6.
Okay. All right. So the cleric that seems to only have so much left in him and will heal Drovar and Amala. Drovar, you get 4 hit points back, and Amala, you get 4 as well.
Nice.
And the
I
clerics.
can also lay on hands if anyone needs it.
That might be good to keep it in reserve, just if we got to get somebody up when they drop.
There are also a number of benches and chairs that were not there before. And the cleric actually does motion for all of you. So these were brought up for you. Please sit, rest. The governor is making some plans over here with some of the guards, and we'll be with you in momentarily. Please feel free to rest. He is already aware of your success at the mill.
If any of them are like an armchair style, Basha definitely like wraps herself in the chair and like pulls the hat over her eyes and is like, just a second, I just need to close my eyes for like a second.
Yeah.
Father,
If you want, in this moment, you can take a short rest.
which god do I have to pray to for you to get us a pot of coffee?
He kind of chuckles. He goes, I'll get someone to bring some up. Don't worry.
Thanks, son guy.
Kind of looks at you, little eyes.
Is your
Sure.
god the sun god? Isn't that the one I gotta pray to?
No, Shantae.
Oh, thanks, farm god.
Shantae, bless you. Yes. He turns and begins to make his way down. To soon to get you some food or some coffee. And yeah, if you want to take you have the moment to take a short rest right now.
I used another hit die, and I'm short. I'm only down 1 hit point now, so tired, no rage left, but at nearly full HP.
Awesome. All right.
I have no hit dice left, but I will gladly take my key points back.
Yep. That's one of the great things about monks and key points. So after you're able to rest for about an hour, and the governor clearly does see that you need the rest, and specifically, acknowledges that you're there, but continues to kind of talk with the Castellan, make some plans and such. After your short rest, the governor does come to you.
I will be in a bath of water during that short rest, just in case I don't want to be exhausted like that late.
Yeah, no worries. He comes over and goes, again, thank you so much. You have no idea. We are scrounging in this moment, but we are trying to find some more healing potions for you as well. We are down quite a bit, as you could imagine, but if we find some more, we will make sure they get to you. And the clerics do know that you, along with the guards and some of the children, are priority of healing in this moment. So, but again, thank you so much. It would have been months, if not a year or so, if that mill was destroyed, to start processing foods again. So thank you.
What was that powder they were sitting there? Some sort of... said it was a trap.
Just the Castellan kind of says, hey, I've been hearing about it lately. It's this black powder that is explosive. Yeah, so you caught it in time. Good job.
You can use it in tea.
I've not tried that before, but...
Specifically use it to... when you're making green tea leaves, you roll up green tea leaves and you use a little bit of black powder to make tea leaves stick together into tiny balls. It creates more concentrated, heavily caffeinated tea with a smoky flavor.
I want that.
The Castellan hits one of his guards in the legs, like with his elbow. He goes, "Did you hit? Go write that shit down. That's good stuff right there."
I mean, they also use it on cannons on some of those seafaring vessels.
Yes, do not use too much, otherwise it gives you tummy ache and you shit yourself.
Yeah, that's important too. Write that down too. You can see the guard like scrambling to find like a piece of paper or something to write. But it's in this moment that you hear, in the not too far distance, and And as you kind of get up to look over the parapet to see where this sound is coming from the darkness, a creature strides into the dim light of the dying fires around the keep. Although it is shaped roughly like a human, it is at least 8 feet tall. Its skin is covered in blue scales. Its fingers bear wicked claws, and its face has the muzzle and reptilian eyes of a blue dragon. The creature stops about 80 yards from the main gate of the keep and scans the walls. A line of kobolds fans out behind it. With their spears, they prod 4 human prisoners into the dim light. You can make out a woman, a teenage boy in a blood-soaked tunic, and 2 children. Then the half-dragon creature hails the keep.
Defenders of Greenest, this has been a successful night, and I am feeling generous. Do you see these 4 pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need for them, so I will trade them back to you. Send out your best warrior to fight me, and you can have these 4 in exchange.
Throvar, get them.
And as Amala, as you are looking at this creature, you also see that it has a long, jagged tail. And you realize that this is not a dragonborn. This is a half-dragon. This is one of the most despised creations of the Queen. Because it is not, it's almost a, for lack of a better term, abomination of a dragonborn. But they are very deadly, very strong, and they tend to have the attributes of the chromatic dragons that they represent. And with that, that is where we're going to call it for the evening.
Do not like.
Now, Drovar was gonna pull a coin out and look at them all. It's like, flip you for him.
I fucking play rock, paper, scissors with the both of you.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'll play rock, paper, scissors with fucking all of you.
You're all
Have fun.
tired.
Good night.
I'm just gonna keep running away and shooting it with arrows. It didn't say how to fight.
Oh man, so great. That was a great game, everyone. That was a wonderful game to leave off on our 2-week hiatus of Tyranny of Dragons. Once again, congratulations to Julia and Jean for their nuptials this Saturday.
Yeah, he's kind of cute, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what I say about my husband too. He's kind of okay.
He's alright. And yeah, that was amazing. You guys all had some really great moments there. That was really fun. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, so when we come back in 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks, we will see what happens with this this half dragon individual who has kind of thrown the gauntlet down to our heroes with these 4 prisoners. So again, thank you to my players. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And again, just as a reminder, so next week there will not be any stream on Wednesday. However, on November 3rd, we will not be playing Tyranny of Dragons, but same time, same channel. We will be doing Honey Heist, Bears in Low Places, where we will have John, Matt, Jane and Poopsie from our Thursday game playing bears who are criminals. It is absolutely not a serious game, but it is fun as hell. Yeah, John is doing some kind of preview. I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, so that's going to happen November 3rd. And then we will be back to our normal Tyranny of Dragons schedule on November 10th. All right. So make sure that if you're not following, that you're following, so you can get, or at the very least, remind yourself on the schedule. The Honey Heist is already on the schedule there, as well as our normal schedule. So tomorrow we have our Thursday Wildmount campaign. That'll be a lot of fun. The Siege of the Orphanage, for those who've been watching. Hopefully that'll be coming to an end. We will see, depending on the players, if that ends tomorrow or not. And then, yeah, let me do a couple quick shout outs. So Ocelotus, thank you so much for the resub. And thank you so much for some of the crazy shit that you've been saying in chat. I've been watching occasionally. Thank you. Thank you also to my mods, Mama Shady, Poopsie popped in there for a little while. It'd be very difficult to do this without them. So thank you to my mods as well. Also, thank you to my patrons on Patreon. A lot of this can't be done without your support. And those who have subscribed here, who are just watching, who are followed, all of you, thank you so much. I mean, we're actually talking a little bit about this in between the stream. It is very humbling to have the support that we are getting, folks. So it really does mean a lot, and it is very appreciated. So thank you so much for all of that. November 1st will be our anniversary, Players and Creators year anniversary. There will be some interesting changes to our streams, some cool stuff that's going to be happening. So stay tuned. And again, thank you so much to everybody, my players, my mods, all of you watching and supporting, whether you're following, subscribing, or patrons. Thank you again so much. So don't leave. As we end, we always rate somebody who has shown us support, who could also use support. So please show them some love. Follow them if you're not following them. Say hello in chat if you're so inclined. And remember, let's keep supporting each other. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And we love you all very much. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.